allies. Friends and I allies.
Hey guys, what's going on? So, wanted to do a little different type of collection today. It's going to be on my New Mutants collection. I have a full run, and so I figured I don't have too many full runs of anything, and I really haven't shown really much of my comic book collections, but you know, over the past couple of years I've been able to acquire a lot of good issues and tons of comics. So today I actually acquired the very last piece, and I will show that later in this video. But right here is the box, and I pretty much is like all homemade. Pretty much, I printed out some pictures, got some like triples of comics that I hadn't ripped them up. So I like to, I don't know, mark up my boxes and make them look cool and nice. So the whole series pretty much fits in this one box. So I will show you every issue. Alright guys, here we go. Opening up the box. This is virtually 1 through 100. And I got some second prints of some issues. And then I got all the annuals and some specials. So this is the full run of the first New Mutant series. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll show you guys every cover. Starting with issue 1. New Mutants consist of, well, in this cover, Cannonball, Mirage, Karma, Wolfsbane, and Sunspot. That's pretty much the main beginning team. And Xavier in the bag. This is like, I guess you could say, Xavier's second, like, group that he was teaching and stuff. Which, honestly, throughout the series, he really doesn't teach them, honestly. Like, he's gone by, like, I don't even know what issue, man. Like, I rarely even see this man in any of the New Mutant comics. I can't tell you, maybe like the first 10, maybe more, but it's really not that much. Second issue, fights the Sentinels. I read these a while ago, so I can't tell you exactly the stories, but I know Mirage has like a, kind of like some weird stuff going on with her. Cannonball, holding up Rain Sinclair. Silver Samurai, issue 5. These are all pretty cool issues. I think the series started in 1982. This is like early 80s, so 83, this is issue 7. Yeah. I'd say, like, honestly, maybe like the first 50, you can find tons of them at like the thrift store, honestly. This is where I found most of mine. I found a lot of these at the thrift stores, especially the first 10, man. First 10 are always at thrift store. I always find them, dude. This is like a new character that joined the team, Magma. So she's like a volcano chick. She became part of the group a little later on, as you can see. Shadowcat. Oh yeah, and then another character, Ileana, which is Magic. This is Colossus' sister. She becomes part of the team as well. I don't even know what's going on there. I have pretty much read all these. This is issue 16, the first appearance, I believe, of Thunderbird, Warpath's brother. So, 17. This is where the front covers start getting really interesting. I can't, off the top of my head, I don't know the artist's name, but I really like this art. I don't know how many issues, maybe it was like 10 issues that were kind of like drawn or painted like this. It was just really cool art. I haven't really seen too many comics with this artist on the front. I know Elektra had like a mini-series, the one that Frank Miller wrote that had the artist draw this. This is probably one of my favorite covers, Slumber Party. So old school, dude. Issue 22, 23 with Cloak and Dagger. 24. This is like the most memorable issue for me for some reason. Whenever I would see this at stores and stuff, I'd be like, yo, this is so weird. The painting is just crazy. 24. 25. Here we go. This is the first appearance of Legion, Xavier's son. That's actually a pretty cool story arc. 26 and 27. This one's cool. This is where you really get to see Legion come on its own, dude. His powers and stuff. They go inside his mind and crap. 29. 30. 31. Apparently that's Karma in the back. 32. 33. Yeah, so and then there's another character that came about. This isn't him though, but this is the father. It's Warlock. Warlock is an alien that came from outer space. He becomes part of the New Mutants. Let's see. Magneto becomes in charge of the New Mutants later on. Xavier pretty much put him in charge. Yeah, 37. 38. And 39. The Hellions, White Queen. Captain America. Issue 40. 41. 42. 43. 44 with Legion again. Yeah. Cool cover with the X-Men on there. There is another character that comes in, becomes another part of the team. I don't know what issue he becomes part of. But if he's on the cover, I don't know if he's on any of the covers. That's probably him. Doug Ramsey as Cipher. Yeah. He becomes part of the team. There's a lot of Ileana covers, I'll be honest with you. Magic. That's just a weird story. I didn't even really like that story. More Magic. Yeah. What is this? Issue 54. Pretty much halfway there. Yeah, Cannonball getting his ass kicked. Yeah. Oh, Bird Brain. I guess you could say Bird Brain becomes part of the New Mutants. But he's really not in it for that long. This is where I think the writers changed. The writers were, first the creator and writer was Chris Claremont, and then it changed to Louise Simonson. So the story's kind of changed a bit. This is Follow the Mutants, man. You can see they're all captured here, but not this issue. But in this issue, this is where Doug Ramsey dies. Cipher pretty much, I mean, I'm sure none of you are going to read this, but spoiler alert, he gets shot in the back trying to save Wolfsbane. So he dies. And then that kind of fucking sucks. It's like a standalone issue. That's just a weird story. That's another weird story. This is where Warlock tries to bring back Cypher's dead body. That's kind of weird. He brings him from, like, kind of like the morgue. And then he kind of, like, brings him to life and shows him in front of everybody. It's weird, dude. I thought that was kind of creepy, honestly. Bringing, like, a dead body and, like, making him come back to life when he... It's just weird. Leona fighting Forge. Yeah, let's see. That's... I don't even know how to pronounce that. Gossamer? Yeah, she's from another planet. More of the spider. More of that. Inferno. So this is pretty much a story arc that crosses over to like X Factor and X-Men. Has to do with Ileana. I guess you could say she basically dies, but she basically just turns back to a little girl, like the real age she's supposed to be. You'd have to read the comics, look her up to really understand. I'm not gonna sit here and explain it. Magneto and the Hellfire Club. Namor, which is a 76, 77, 78. This is where I'm about. I'm like, this is where I'm reading. I'm right here. I've pretty much read 1 through like 85 so far. I'm right near the Cable issues. So it's 82, 83, 84. Yeah, I just read this last night. I'm at issue 85. And then 86 with Rusty Collins and the Vulture. This is right here is a key issue. This is the first appearance of Cable. This is a first print. I have it in a different type of bag. Not a bag, but protector. So I've been wanting. I just love that cover, dude. McFarlane, like, and Rob Liefeld pretty much did this cover together. So that's the first print. And then I got the second print, which you could tell it's gold, it's different. So this one doesn't go for, you can get this one for like a penny. I've seen this at thrift stores and I don't even bother buying it. I just already so happened to have it, and then I had to get the first print, of course. So the next few issues is pretty much all about Cable, like the second appearance of Cable, 88, 89, 90. I haven't even read these, so I couldn't even tell you. I'm getting there, though. But this is one of the reasons why I decided to get New Mutants, because of Cable. So yeah, I got that. This is probably one of my favorite covers as a whole, besides that one in the early 20s. Because he's just fine Wolverine. I love Brown Wolverine, man. Brown Wolverine is legit. And that green background with like the red text. Oh my gosh. That looks tight. I like that cover a lot. That's issue 93, and then this is another tight cover. 94. Sunspot Boom Boom, and I believe that's Richter in the back. 94, 95. So this is where Warlock actually dies. I don't know how he dies. I haven't gone this far yet. It's part of the Extinction Agenda story arc. So he dies. That's actually the first print, and then there's a second print, as you could tell, different color background. So I don't even know if there's any second prints of any other issues, but if there is, I'd probably get it. 96 with Beast and Cable. 97. And the next issue is New Mutants number 98, which isn't in this box. I do have it. I will show it to you after I show the rest of these. And I'll tell you why. So skip 98, and then this is issue 99. Sunspot leaves the New Mutants. And then the very last issue, issue 100. This is the first print, and then I think this is the second print with the white background. There's actually 3 prints of this. I don't think I have the third print. I just have the first and the second. Alright, and so since I pretty much showed you the regular issues, these are the annuals. This is the first annual. First one. Second, which I believe is the first appearance of Psylocke. I could be wrong. Third one. Fourth. Fifth, which is pretty cool. I read this one. Sixth. 7. I think there is only 7. And then this is the special edition. It just stands alone. And then the very last one is the summer special. So that's it, guys. That was the New Mutants all right there. So I will show you issue 98. Alright, guys, here it is. Issue 98. Save this for last because it's actually the only graded comic I own currently. I Now the reason why this issue is so special is because it is the very first appearance of Deadpool. Mine is graded at 8.5. I just got this in today. So yeah, I'm very happy to own this. Deadpool is my favorite. As you can tell, there's actually a Deadpool box right here. But Deadpool is my favorite Marvel character currently. I really didn't have a favorite Marvel character growing up until middle school, when Deadpool had his first series. And that's when I fell in love. I think it's because of the art. Ed McGuinness drew him pretty cool, all stocky and muscular, and I thought Deadpool was just funny as hell. So, the reason why I want to show you this last is because there's actually a story behind this. I actually found this issue for 75 cents at like mom and pop bookstore by my house, which is like 2 minutes by my house. I can pretty much walk there. And they had like just old comics. I found a lot of New Mutant comics, and it's just stuff that people donate, and you know, some issues are old, new, and some are beat up. But I found this 2 years ago, and I was just going through the box of comics, and when I found it, I just smiled. I was like, it was almost as if I expected to find this out in the wild for that cheap, because I find some really good stuff out there. So I found this for 75 cents, and this past August, back in 2012, I submitted it for grading at Comic-Con, Baltimore, the Baltimore Comic-Con, and it pretty much took, how long was that? Was that like 6 months or something? I don't know. But it finally came in today and ended up being at 8.5, which honestly isn't bad. I was actually expecting it to be worse, because I did find this like in a stack of comics in a box for like 75 cents, and for it to be like 8.5, I think that's awesome. You know, it says White Pages, first appearance of Deadpool, and Gideon, and Copycat, and Victor leaves New Mutants. So, yeah, when I got it, man, obviously I wish it was higher, but whatever. It's sealed, it's graded, and it's awesome. So this is probably one of my best comic book finds. And I just had to get it graded because Deadpool is my favorite character. So that's it, guys. That was the whole video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Got a little background and info and knowledge on the New Mutants. And so, yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Peace out.